Welcome, everyone, to the second episode of the Horror Hangout. However, we need to change the name.
Do we?
I'm thinking the Horror Hunks. What do you think?
The Horror Hunks.
Yeah,
I'm
look at
not
us.
really hunky.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's a bit of fun. It's a laugh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
go on then.
It's a
So-
juxtaposition.
Well, after this, it will go like into the intro, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
I like
go.
it.
Nice, short and sweet. How are we all?
Yeah.
All good. All good.
Well,
Been busy.
to our loyal listeners, we said to you last time that this episode will be about Stephen King adaptations. Now, unfortunately, Jay and Adam have let me down in that department. They've not watched enough,
No.
whereas I idolise Mr. King. So it's now about the top 5 plus an honourable mention, top 5 of jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christ.
Like that.
Wow, that was
Example.
scary.
No.
That deserves an honourable mention. Can you replay that in the edit, please?
Yes, of course.
slow
Let's do it in
motion.
slow motion, yeah.
Thank
So I think we should. By the way, how are you guys when we're not acting or directing or wrestling? Like it's good to catch up again. How are
It's
you?
good. I'm good. How are you guys? I'm doing really well. Meeting someone soon, so I'm happy about that.
Oh,
Ooh.
good.
What,
Yeah.
In a street or just
No, I'm
In
going
the middle of
to
the ring.
I'm going to a certain place near me, which I'm not going to name on here because obviously it's not going to go on YouTube. But me and her are really happy. So,
Balmoral.
oh, how did you know? No,
Hmm.
we're meeting in Ballamore.
Ballamore.
Yeah.
Or in the Teletubbies house.
Yeah.
I'm
Jay's
all
just
right.
let us in on some of his fantasies there.
Yeah. Well, me and Nunu,
Him and Tinky Winky, what they get up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, just overarm bowling each other into a fridge
Oh,
when it's hot. So yeah, I'm good. But really, my life has pretty much been everything that it is. Everything on your list of things that you said apart from is my life. So there's not really much else that I don't do other than
Sure.
that. I live, breathe, and whatever film, theatre, and teaching. So
Mhm.
that's
well, I
my
just
life.
thought I'd go through some of the comments we got on the previous episode.
Okay.
People
even know
messaged
we
me
haven't.
saying what they were scared of and everything.
Mhm.
So, got one from Sophie. I think we all know Sophie.
Good old
Yeah.
Soph.
The Wheelers were terrifying. That whole film, to be fair, is scary.
Yeah.
So that was your choice, I think, Adam.
It was, yeah.
But there was one that she said, the junk lady from Labyrinth.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah. That was
you
one of
love your
hers.
teddy, don't you? Oh. Yeah, I remember it.
Yep. She's going to love you for that. Sash.
Hopefully not.
Our good friend Sash
Mhm.
says The Mask with Jim Carrey. He that absolutely terrifying to watch as a kid and still freaks her out. I mean, I can get it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
The CGI was terrifying.
Yeah. Aaron Gray said the ugly alien at the beginning of Men in Black. So the one
Okay.
that you think was an illegal alien and turned out to be an alien.
Businessman in New York.
And Sandra Steer said that it was the sirens in the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean film on
Oh.
Stranger Tides. It was the sea sirens that freaked her out.
They didn't freak me out.
No, they didn't freak me out either. I'd let them take me, to be honest.
The supermarket.
To the supermarket.
Right, I've got my list in front of me. Who is going first?
Are we going 5 down to almost 1, but the honourable mention before 1?
Yeah, just like before. Oh, I do have something in store for you guys. I thought this would be fun for us because we like to have a laugh on this channel.
We do.
So I took it upon myself to randomly select a wrestler for you guys to impersonate as you say
Mhm.
the title of the jump scare.
The hell?
Okay.
So
Right.
you don't need to say the whole story behind the jump scare in this wrestler's voice, but only like the title. So,
Right.
Jay, are you ready for your impersonation?
Oh, hang on.
Just to
How
get
do I
yourself warmed up.
impersonate the voice?
You don't know who you got yet.
Oh, you're gonna tell me a wrestler?
I've already randomly picked them.
Oh, but you're gonna say one that I have no clue
Hulk
who they
Hogan.
are. Oh, well, if you say him, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Adam, yours is The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to do it now, or do we have to do it like? We
No,
take it in
do it
turns.
when you do the intro
Right, okay.
to your jump scare. And
Cool.
then, lucky me, I got Randy Macho Man Savage. So we're all deep
Okay.
voiced.
Hmm.
So we might have to have a bit of a lem sip afterwards.
So I'm doing Scream, brother. And so that's number 5. And it's Kenny's Throat Slash is my first one. Kenny being the cameraman in Scream.
Yeah.
And I just think that one was out of the many things. There's a lots of bits in Scream that you kind of can get a hint that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
But in that particular scene, it does kind of catch you off guard because you're so focused on, it's where Randy's watching Jamie Lee Curtis on the screen, and Ghostface is all in the room, so you think something's going to happen to Randy,
Oh, that's
and
quite
then
the delay.
suddenly Kenny is there with Sydney in the van,
Yeah.
and then he just turns around, and then his throat is slashed. So that was a bit of a jump because it was one of those bits in the film that you just don't expect, you don't
Mm.
see coming.
Yeah.
So that's why it's fitting there on my list, and it's quite securely placed at number 5.
So the film that I picked is Hereditary,
Very cool.
and yeah, so the film was Hereditary. Can't remember which. I think it's 2018. And there was a certain scene in it where, as far as jump scares go, people believe that with a jump scare, mostly like your most common jump scares are something jumping out at you. Well, at you. That's me in the Black Country coming out there.
Mm-hmm.
Something jumping out at you, and the jump scare that I really liked from that film was one where you didn't see it coming at all. Those are the best kind of jump scares, I think, because mostly throughout scenes, obviously a jump scare is when you built tension throughout a scene beforehand and suspense. So that's
Mm-hmm.
either through like a musical sting or, through tense music and slow walking and, a character looking around. But there was none of that in this scene. It was simply just a mother's son going into his living room, and then you had the camera in a shallow depth of field. So the ceiling was just all blurred out, but then you could like see something, on the ceiling, but you couldn't really tell what it was. And then
Mm-hmm.
the camera, the way it was edited, it slowly started like becoming like a deep depth of field, and you could see that his mom was just like on the ceiling, like staring at him, because it'd been like a really tense scene before then where it was like a chase.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts back to the son looking around the room, and then she just runs like out from the corner of like the room, because obviously you're still thinking she's up there, but instead she just runs like towards him. And for me, that like it really did like terrify me, to be fair, when I first watched it, because I wasn't expecting that, and that's definitely worthy of number 5.
Okay, that leaves me, Macho Man. Mepham Man will call me. Ooh, whoa. Ooh, my number five scale. Yeah, uh-huh. Creep Show.
Oh yeah,
Now, Creep Show is what
great
is
film.
one or two of my sits at number 1 or number 2 of my favorite horror films of all time, and I absolutely love it. And there is a segment called The Crate, the fourth segment, and this monster is under the staircase of a university, and the professor, he's trying to see how far back he is and where this creature is. And there's no sound, there's no music. It's literally just going around the corner, and he knocks into a mop and bucket.
Yeah.
And I think the sound guys turned that mop and bucket up full blast, because it's just a little ding ding, and then it cuts to a wide, and you see him like straightening the mop out. But that little mop, just scared the shit out of me first time I saw it. And apparently it's quite common on the audio commentary. They're saying like, "Oh, that scared the shit out of everyone."
Yeah.
So that's my number 5, a mop.
Brilliant.
Valid.
Excellent. Okay, let's go round again. So number 4. So are we doing the wrestlers again for
Oh, why not?
all of them? Okay. So Nightmare on Elm Street.
What? Oh, I think I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I know it.
Yeah, good film. The OG Nightmare on Elm Street. And for this one, I've picked Glenn's death scene, where he's swallowed by the bed.
Johnny Depp's debut film, yeah.
It's not so much the fact that he's swallowed by the bed that's the jump scare. It's what I have called the blood fountain that follows, that just seems to fire up into the air. Because, yeah, that's just not something that you would expect. Yeah, it's kind of a bit comical, as you get in many films, that it's a bit over the top. I won't get too much into film theory there, but yeah, it's certainly something that that you don't expect, and was a bit of a like, what's going on, that kind of moment. So yeah, that's pretty much as I could say about that, and that takes place at my number 4 slot on this list.
Great pick, by the way. My number 4, it's in my head. Somehow I forgot it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Remember it now. So for my number 4, the film is The Conjuring. So yeah, The Conjuring or The Conjuring, people say it differently. Don't hate any YouTubers and people watching, like,
I just heard the same word twice then when you said it, so
okay, I'm glad. So yeah, so in The Conjuring, there's a scene where there are 2 girls in a room. So they're in the bedroom, and one of the girls, she looks up on to the wardrobe, and you see a reaction shot of her reacting to something on top of the wardrobe, and you see the other girl, and you can't see on top of the wardrobe. So they've done it really well in the cinematography, because they've done it so that you can't actually see what's on top of the wardrobe. You see the other girl standing by the wardrobe, looking up, like, what's on there. We cut back to that girl looking again. Cut back to the other girl. She looks up, and as she looks up, the camera moves with her, and then we see like this decrepit, ugly, like old witch, just like Bathsheba, yeah, like sat on the wardrobe like that. Kind of reminds me of that shot in The Evil Dead. I think it was 2013, the remake, where you've got one of the deadites underneath the floorboard, and she's there. She's like, that
was a great remake.
It was brilliant. It's actually, side note, but it was actually the film that actually used the most blood. Well, fake blood.
Really?
Yeah, because of the blood rain scene.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I found out not long ago what film used the most ammunition.
Oh, go on.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for number 4, definitely going to be The Conjuring. I'm sure most of you who are watching this can agree with me as well, because it's a very intense scene.
Yeah, The Conjuring. I love that film. I saw that at the pictures, and there was a broken air conditioner in there. So all the way throughout the film, you just heard, so we were constantly on edge. And that bit, that was that was amazing. That the follow-on from that scene where the young girl was like seeing something behind the door, and we see that there's nothing there, but the actress was brilliant, just portraying that fear, and you're just like, that's when your mind works. It's like, fuck, what the hell is she seeing? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Conjuring is great. Number 4 for me. This was a toss-up between 3 and 4, but I'll put it at 4. I've seen Psycho dozens upon dozens of times, and I was watching it one evening, and my eyes were just dropping, and then suddenly this scene woke me up and scared the absolute hell out of me. And it was when Arbogast, the private eye, was climbing up the stairs, and we see the door slowly open, and it's a bird's eye view. He's at the top of the stairs, and Mrs. Bates, no spoilers, Mrs. Bates comes out and slashes him across the face, but the violins are the same as they were in the shower scene, but they were slightly higher in pitch and quicker. And that bit just scared me enough to stay awake. It was like, I mean, that's quite horrible to say that I was just falling asleep throughout Psycho, but it's one of my favourites. But that bit just, it woke me up.
Only Hitchcock, you know.
Huh?
But yeah, it's only Hitchcock, you know.
Yeah, some director called Alfred Hitchcock, I don't know. But that would be
independent cinema, 4. I think, yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that as Macho Man.
You didn't,
brother. Oh, it's Psycho at number 4. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
I really hope my parents don't watch this.
I think I need that Lemsip. We can drop the impressions if you want, guys.
Yeah, probably best.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'll probably get sued.
Number 3, then. From my pick, I have gone with one of my favourites, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, great film.
And basically, I've gone for, it's more than just one particular jump scare on this particular bit, but it's when they all turn into vampires. Because again, I think I mentioned in a previous video that you know, the fact that it is a heist film initially, and then it suddenly changes into the vampires. But that particular moment in the film when that happens is rather alarming, and so because typical fashion, anything to do with Tarantino has a lot of violence going on, and you know, where people get decapitated, and I think one of the patrons in the club gets turned into a guitar, which is rather interesting. Again, all a bit ridiculous, but again, that's, you know, that's to help us to have separation with it. But it's still leading up to that particular bit. It's a bit of a jump, you know, a bit of a jump scare with all of that going on, unexpected and interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
film.
for sure. That the bit when the big tough Vietnam soldier would talking about how, you know, all of his time knifing up various enemies, and then he gets bitten on the neck, and then all the bats come in, and he turns around, and he's already turned. That bit shook me up because he turns so quickly.
Yeah.
Anything you had to say to them? Say to me first.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good, and a great film. But yeah, so that sits quite happily at number 3 on my list.
My number 3 is the 1980 classic, The Shining.
Very good.
So this film all around for me, whenever I watch it, I still feel uneasy because I know what's going to happen, and obviously what happened behind the set as well.
Yeah.
Which I won't go into detail with, but there's other videos people can watch that on. But the jump scare for me, because everyone's probably thinking right now, like, you know, well, there wasn't really any jump scares in The Shining, like, not to my knowledge, really. But the one that I remember everyone's going to be thinking it's the Here's Johnny scene. That's not The one for me, it's when you see Jack Nicholson out in the snow
Oh, okay.
when he's frozen. So because before that we just have a scene where I think we're seeing Judy and Jack Nicholson's son in it. Basically, they've been reunited together, and everything's happy. And then I'm pretty sure there's just a jump cut to Jack Nicholson literally just in the snow,
Yeah, there is.
played as Jack Torrance, like, and he's sitting there, but like because he's looking at the camera as well, or like it's not even because he's looking at the camera; it's just past it. It for me, it really shook me up, and to put it in common ways, it scared me shitless because we just had this moment where, like, we don't actually know what's happened to him. He's just stayed in this, hedge maze at the Overlook Hotel. And obviously Danny being really, really clever, he, retraces his footprints in the snow. So then Jack Nicholson gets lost. Well, Jack Torrance. And, we expect at some point for him to be in one of the scenes where they've reunited. But instead we get this massive just enigma of, like, where is he? What's happened? And just this jump cut to basically, oh, he's dead. Kind of like with Llewellyn Moss in No Country for Old Men. It's one of those moments where we followed this like character's journey, and then all of a sudden we've just been shown them dead off camera. It's really, it's just
Frozen
amazing.
in time.
Yeah,
Almost like because he's frozen in time in the past as well.
definitely.
You've always been the caretaker.
Yeah, but that's my number 3.
I was sure you were going to go with the bit where the cook gets axed.
No.
As the jump scare for that, but no, another good one.
I thought he was going to go for Danny on the trike, and he sees the Grady twins. Although it's not too much of a jump, it's when it flashes to their axed bodies.
Yes,
it's very haunting. I mean, have you read the book? The book is. I love the film, but the book is so much better.
I've just realised, Stephen King. There you go.
Yeah.
Are you happy now, Luke?
Stephen King.
Oh, you're too late, man. You're too late. Yeah.
I tried.
There's a bit in The Shining I like, and it took me by surprise because it's in an extended edition of it that they played at the cinema. And I went to it, and Wendy was running around with the knife. It was that scene, so Jack was
mad
looking for them. Yeah, he was mad.
Yeah.
And she's going through. I think she's just seen the lift doors open and all the blood come out. But she goes into the lobby, and the shot just stays on her face, bug-eyed, mouth agape, and you see skeletons with cobwebs covering them and everything, and you can overhear like conversations from the past.
Yes.
I'm just like, wow, that's freaky. Why did they cut that?
The tie.
But that was great.
No, I've actually seen that scene, so I must have the extended edition.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Imagine.
I'll send it to you. My choice for number 3. Now, when I kind of wanted to avoid the ones that everyone says, like the cliches. Yeah. So I did think really hard about it. We've had a few weeks to think about it. But my one is from a 1967 film called Wait Until Dark. Now, do either of you know that?
I know of it. I haven't watched it.
So it's Audrey Hepburn, and she is blind, and she has a doll that she doesn't know contains heroin. And these 3 criminals, like a group of gangsters, they make these terrifying plans to get the doll back. And so she's blind; she should be an easy target. And I'm not saying this turns into Home Alone. It's very tense thriller rather than a horror.
Yeah.
there's this bit where Audrey Hepburn, I think she makes him see how she sees, so she smashes all the lights. I actually think of it as a stage play as well. But she smashes all the lights so everything's in darkness. And I think she shoots or she stabs the main villain, who is Alan Alda.
Mm-hmm.
And is it Alan Alda? Or Alan Arkin? It's Alan Arkin, sorry. The dad from Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
You're led to believe that he's been stabbed or shot, and Audrey Hepburn's crying, and again, no music, and she makes her way to a part of the other end of her apartment, and all of a sudden, this noise, I can only liken it to, like, do you know egg slicers? You know, when you put an egg in a slicer and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
got
yeah.
tight
Yeah.
strings, if you just go, bring, that's
Mhm.
what it sounds like suddenly. And he leaps from one end of your screen to the next and grabs her ankle. And it's just out of nowhere, just bring, bring. It's almost like a spring. It sounds daft saying it, but that was freaky for me. Like, it certainly scared me. And I'm quite happy to have that as my number 3.
Very good. Very good indeed. So, so my number 2 is from The Exorcist.
Oh.
And I've gone for the classic projectile vomiting scene.
Oh.
Because again, it's something that when you watch it the first time, you're not expecting it. You're not expecting that to suddenly happen. And although yes, it's quite a dated effect now, but so you kind of part of it you have to put in your mind of well, back when it was, but it's still one of those things that is sort of unexpected on the first viewing,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and it's quite violent as jump scares go, the more extreme, it kind of has that effect. I mean, there's many moments in The Exorcist, like many films, that could be potential picks for that, but that particular one always sticks in my mind, probably the most. Um, but yeah, and that one sticks in at number 2 on my list.
Great choice. Great movie.
Yes, definitely. So for my second pick, I've gone a bit out of the box with what people, because obviously I watch a lot of other channels on YouTube and listen to a lot of other podcasts based on horror.
Mm-hmm.
And you usually get, as Luke was saying, your cliche picks where people will just copy other videos and be like, oh yeah, that's a good jump scare there, so I'll use that. But for me, my number 2 is The Fly.
Mm-hmm.
So not the original, the remake. I think it was 86.
Yeah, 86.
So there's a scene in it where the woman, I can't remember the names because it's been ages since I watched it, but the fact that I remember the jump scare enough shows how effective it was for me, because I was only young when I watched it. And it's the moment where she's sitting in the hospital ward, I believe, and the main antagonist of the film, The Fly, literally just comes straight through a window, out of nowhere, and you're like, I remember just watching the film, like thinking, oh, yeah, this is like a science. Is this a science fiction film? Like, is it horror? I haven't really seen anything scary yet. And then, he just comes right through the fucking window.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't scare easily, but that for me, it scared the living shit out of me. Like, I genuinely had to try and calm myself down from it, and that doesn't happen with me. Like, it was just an amazing scene because it was just so unexpected. Like, and that's the beauty of a jump scare. It shouldn't be expected because I think jump scares these days can be very predictable.
Yeah.
Very predictable. And people should take, a page out of books like The Fly and like some of the other choices that we've come up with. Like, because like James Wan, for example, with The Conjuring, like you can tell that he is passionate about the genre. because he does everything right. He builds it up and then he gives you the jump scare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the little, fake jump scares in there as well between. Which, it's just a brilliant jump scare overall. So that's my number 2. Absolutely.
Well, you're talking about almost like atmospheric and everything with your Hereditary and whatnot, but my choice for second place is Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I don't remember it being such a huge effect on me, but when I recorded it off TV, going back now, showing my age, it was on Sky Movie Max,
Mm-hmm.
and I had Scream 2 recorded off that, and I'd have like some friends over on various days, and I'd say, "Oh, do you want to watch a horror movie?" And to them, that was like catnip. They were like, "Oh yeah, I've never seen a horror movie," whereas now everyone watches them. And so like, yeah, let's watch Scream 2. I mean, it's certainly not the best film of all time. It's a great sequel, but there's a scene in there that whenever it was coming up, I'd always sit like this and see them, and every single one of them was close to hitting the ceiling. Like they shit themselves. And that was when Sarah Michelle Gellar is on the phone and she's being teased by her friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts, no, sorry. She's trying to get through to campus security and the line keeps fuzzing over. And she's like, hello, shit. And then all of a sudden her friend popped out from behind her and this huge trumpet and everything just goes, damn. And it's like put there for like the purpose of making you shit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's such a fun little, like, it's a gag really. The director obviously just, look, Wes Craven just had a lot of fun with that, and I love it. But that's my number 2 jump scare, the Scream 2.
She never got through to Ted.
Yeah. Don't you wish it was Ted?
I'm calling from the Omega Beta Zeta house. Someone's harassing me. Hello? Shit! Hey! Oh, Jesus, Donna, you scared me. I'm sorry.
Well, there we go. So, next, honourable mentions.
Yes.
So, my honourable mention, and I kind of give it an honourable mention because it's not technically a horror, but it has some very horrific moments within it. And that is the experimental film Irreversible.
Oh, yes.
Which I've gone for. And this particular moment sort of sticks in my head, excuse the pun, compared to with the scene that I'm going to mention, more than perhaps any other film. And it's at the start of the film where basically someone gets killed with a fire extinguisher. And it's very cleverly edited and mixed in with CGI as well and everything. But you're left with very lingering shots of someone's face being pummeled in with a fire extinguisher. Very graphic, particular sequence. And I remember actually when I saw that for the first time, feeling quite queasy. And I've never had that with a film before. Usually my threshold is quite high up with things. But the realism of it, the verisimilitude, it sort of added to that, and it really did sort of make me go, don't like that, jump in the air. So yeah, it is quite a sort of a big thing in terms of film moments that stick in my mind for their shock value. And yeah, so as I say, because of it not technically being a horror film, I've given it an honourable mention position for that particular scene.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so in terms of honourable mentions, I have got 2, so I'll do it quickly. So the first one for me is from Jaws, 1975 again. Some people say Jaws isn't a horror, it's a thriller. Some people say, it's a horror, it's not a thriller. The second film, the slogan for it is just when you thought it'd be safe to go back in the water. It's a fucking horror, people.
Mm.
It was
Yes.
meant to scare you.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up. Anyways, sorry, rant gone. The moment I'm on about is when Richard Dreyfuss is diving down into the water and you see a severed head come out of the boat.
Yeah.
That, for me, I remember first watching that, and I don't think we'd even seen the shark at this point. Like, we haven't even seen the shark, but to see what the shark's capable of was enough, you know. And for second honorable mention, for me, I like this jump scare more from a film studies point of view. So, you know, being a director and also obviously teaching film. So it's The Exorcist 3. And everyone will know what scene I'm on about. Someone's probably got this as the number one, so I'm very sorry if you have. But
Oh.
yeah, it's the scene in the hospital ward, of course, where we've just got this massive long shot of just people doing their every day-to-day, you know, basic things. And, you know, you just see a nurse just, yeah, doing everything that she needs to do on a shift. And you see her starting to pack up for the night, you know, turn all the lights off and everything. And we see her go through this door on the left. There's a few seconds we think, oh, something happened to her. And then she comes out the door and we're like, oh, okay. And then behind her, there's this like hooded figure with like these massive shears. And it just follows her from behind like really quickly. So like, the pace just quickens really, like, you know, really quick. And the next thing we see is just like this jump cut to this like severed head with like its hands reaching out like that.
It was like it was a statue, wasn't it?
Yeah. And like for me, that like even before people had told, like even before seeing videos of, you know, people saying, oh, my top jump scares are this. And I know we're doing that, so, but not meaning to sound patronizing, but like I already loved that jump scare before I'd even watched any of those videos, if that makes sense. But I'll stop rambling on. So that's my two honorable mentions.
No, please ramble on. I love Exorcist 3. It's a genuinely unsettling film.
Yeah.
I mean,
mentally was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brad Dourif is always a great guy to watch on the screen, but there's a bit where he's looking down this dark hall, and one of the statues looks like the fucking Joker. And I was like, where the hell did that come from? I think in the next scene it's back to normal, but there's little things. It just makes it really unnerving. But I loved Exorcist 3, so great call on that.
Yeah.
My honourable mention is from fairly recently. Went to the cinema last year, or possibly the year before. To see Smile 2.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was shit.
I thought the first one was shit, but
Yeah.
the second one just completely upped and flew away. I liked it.
Okay.
But that's the good thing about film. We don't all have to agree on it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm right, you're wrong. It's fine. I get it, Luke. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure. But there's a scene where Naomi Scott, I think her name is, she's looking in the mirror and her eyes like widen with fear.
Yeah.
And then we see what she's looking at, and there's someone standing behind her.
Yeah.
And this guy previously had caved his face in with a weight. And she's staring at him. It's about 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden it's like he's reached across to go like that to her, and it's like, bah! So I guess I react more to loud jump noises than anything. But I remember pretty much crushing my popcorn bucket when that happened. Good job I didn't try that trick, huh? Sorry, everyone.
There you go.
Yes.
Hey, what happens in the cinema stays in the cinema.
Absolutely. But yeah, Smile 2, and there's a scene that I think it fucked me up because that night, you know how at night they say a pile of clothes on your chair looks like a figure about to get you.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was looking at the wardrobe and I saw those fucking bloodshot eyes that you're looking at in the film, and I was like, no, I don't like that. I'm going to face the wall now. The fuckers followed me, That, like you, Jay, like a very high threshold for horror and gore and scares, but somehow that really fucked with me.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that's my honourable mention.
Wonderful. So, our final round, number ones. So my first one. My first one. My number one.
We knew what you meant.
Comes from a franchise that I know at least myself and Adam particularly like very much. It comes from Saw 2.
Oh.
And I have gone for The Needle Pit.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Because
I can't top that. Jot you in.
But yeah, The Needle Pit. Because, again, that is one that you kind of, again, it's one of those where you kind of see it happening that someone's going to end up in it because once it's revealed. And the game is that someone has got to get in to find it. But then, of course, Amanda gets picked up and thrown in it. And amazing performance that she gives when she's down in there and the face looking complete horror. And that's kind of reflected in audience response of going, because you can kind of imagine what it would be like if you were in that position. And that's kind of, it's one for some nightmares, that particular scene. But yeah, it is one of those where it may not be massively like action kind of organized. It's much more of a psychological elements to that, because it makes you start to think inside yourself, and that is what causes you to jump more than perhaps what you see visually. It's more but yeah, so that serves as my number one for this particular section.
Great choice.
Okay, so for my number one, it is, in my opinion, through experience when I watched it when I was younger, the scariest film of all time. And that's The Woman in Black.
Okay.
And the reason I feel that is the scariest film of all time is because not only does the film build suspense and tension throughout, it actually gives you jump scares throughout it as well. Because with what most films I feel tend to do these days is they'll build up a load of tension throughout a lot of scenes throughout the film, and then they'll bring you a jump scare. But what I feel that The Woman in Black does is it builds up tension and then gives you a massive jump scare. And then straight after the jump scare, it builds up tension again. And then you think, oh, well, they've just jump scared me, they're not going to do it again. And then you get another jump scare. Like, it's great. And the one, like, there's so many brilliant jump scares in that film. So many. Like, when Daniel Radcliffe's looking for the keyhole and there's a little girl there and she just, like, screams at him. The scene where Daniel Radcliffe's by a window, it's all steamed up and you just see his face just screaming at him. But my number one jump scare, and it sounds silly, but this fucker terrified me as a kid. And it's the fucking crow from The Woman in Black. It's just this one stupid, shitty little girl. Well, not little girl, little bird. So we're introduced to the house, and we're already uneasy because we see a figure in one of the windows. That's why he goes up to go and have a look at it. And while he's looking out of a window, we expect to see a woman in black, because that's the name of the film. And instead, there's this stupid crow. I can't emphasize how much I hate that crow. Like, he's the bane of my life. You just hear him flapping like in the fireplace. And it's just like it cuts to him just like flapping in. You think like, I'm trying to watch a fucking film here and you've just scared the living shit out of me. I felt like an absolute pillock because I was watching it with like a group of friends.
Mhm.
None of them jumped, of course, but me being me, the guy who loves horror films, I jumped at a fucking crow.
Did you sort of go, oh, sorry, guys, I just got gas. That wasn't a jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I tried to shake it off and be like, I wasn't scared, but like everyone was just like, they knew. They were already laughing, and I was like, I've accepted my fate. I've accepted it. If anyone was going to jump, it was going to be me. So that's my number one. And if you watch that scene, then yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll have to check it out. I've only seen it once.
It's great. Absolutely
I'll
brilliant.
check it out again. So, my number one pick isn't a film.
Okay.
It's a TV series.
Okay.
So, I thought of something that truly fucked me up. And I remember it vividly. I was on the couch. My wife was on the couch. We were both watching this. And I don't even think she jumped. So I feel your pain, Adam.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it?
No, I'll take it back. I'm sorry. I just told her I had bad gas. But it happened. The jump happened, and I felt shiver going from my head and working its way down my body. I remember that shiver, and I was praying that I wasn't going to piss myself because it came on out of nowhere. And my number one jump scare is from The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
The Mike Flanagan series on Netflix.
Great series.
So there is a scene, I think it's halfway through the series. Brilliant series. I swear by Mike Flanagan. They're in the car and they're having a nice bond, nice sisterly conversation. And out of nowhere, Nell just comes from the back seat and just shouts, screams right in between them at the windscreen. And then they swerve to a stop, bringing you out of this comfortable, warm conversation that you're having.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. That was the thing that sent my heart into arrhythmia. That was just that fucked me up. And when my wife was asking me, "Oh, you're what? Go on.
No, you feel.
Come on, crow."
Yeah, exactly. You feel bad for being scared of someone screaming. I was scared of a fucking crow flapping.
I'll take that back. I thought you were going to take the piss. Well, my wife said, "Oh, Luke, have you got your top 5 scares?" And I said, "I think so." And one of them's from Hill House. And she just looked at me and she said, "Oh, yeah, that really messed with you, didn't it?" Like, yeah, thanks, hon.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it was just, yeah, that's my number one thing. That's the one thing that's made me nearly lose control of my bowels.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners.
I need to hear your excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
Bullshit.
I saw.
We're only human, huh?
It's all right. They'll probably be watching it on the toilet anyway.
Well, I hope so. I hope they're going to watch that scene as well. That'll help them go, sure.
There we are.
What should our next subject be? Shall we leave it to the viewers? Shall we offer up some suggestions and they do a poll?
Yeah. Tell you what,
Sounds
first comment that's up on there. We'll respond to that one and then we'll make the video.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just ask a question and first comment.
Yep.
If it's like, decent.
If anyone's watched this far.
Huh?
So if anyone's watched this far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had a decent viewing on the first episode.
Well, we had a copy, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, but we're now the horror hunks.
Yeah, horror hunks. Yes.
Yeah. So we hope to see you for episode 3, loyal listeners and watchers.
Absolutely.
No more wrestling impressions because my throat hurt from doing
Yeah.
Macho Man.
I can imagine.
Right. Well, thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
Yeah. Stop.